I there made quite a big progress with the Game Jam game yesterday, but I was out all day so I didn't get to stream. So let me just run through the progress right here. It's going great. I've managed to code quite a few behaviors for the characters trying to avoid trap, and there are some pretty hilarious examples as well. And I think that when I start adding sound effects and more special effects, it's going to be even more exciting. So this guy is just walking. There are a couple of behaviors for these characters. Some of them, they try and juke you and stuff, but they can trip and fall as well. So when you kill a character, like stuff drops out of them, and then if they run, they can trip over these things, then you can crush them. Then they have these different strategies that they have to try and avoid. And if you let me just gotta work out the AI a little bit. So why is he's tripping over the stuff? This guy's gonna trip. Let me show you based on a walking guy. Like so, if you miss them, then they're gonna dodge the thing and start running. But he trips over the flash and then he dies as well. This guy tries to jump. So I'm gonna add additional features as well. The sound effects and everything will be added last. Maybe I should add just extra behaviors. Then we can have a scoring system and lose condition, right? So like if why is the guy not? The dodging doesn't seem to always work. I mean, it works for some of the guys here, but he doesn't run fast enough. Let me try the dodging thing on like some of the other guys. Yeah, dodging doesn't really work, right? Look at that. Dodges and he can still backdash. That shouldn't happen. Let me just fix the bugs then. I just found a bug where he jumps and then he backdashes as well. That's not supposed to happen. Let me rectify that. I think when he's tripping as well, like you are able to backdash when you trip, and I don't think that's supposed to happen. So let's look at these things. I would also like to make my functions return a value, show whether it's successful or not. So if there is backdash isn't allowed to happen when we're not grounded, right? If it's grounded, not grounded, then we're not supposed to be able to backdash. So let's just not do that. And also we have there is a trip function that shouldn't happen when we're not grounded as well. So let's get those conditions in, and I think with those conditions in, should work a lot better. Let me see, we have AI controller right here, and okay, the logic is all in. Nice dodge, but he doesn't avoid it anyway. Guy went too fast. I shouldn't let the trap recover fast enough that you can still get them when they dodge, right? Trap probably should be a little bit slower. The guy trips over and dies. Terrible. We reduce the speed of the retraction. I think that probably would be best. But if it's too slow, right, then things blocks anyway, you know? So maybe 2.5 is the best. Yeah, it's just on the cusp of being able to crush the thing again. It's 2.8. Let's try that. See whether it works. Yeah, this is perfect. This guy is too slow still. Some of the guys are still not running fast enough to be able to dodge this thing. I guess one thing you can do is increase the rate at which the character sprints. So if he runs into that thing, then it ruins him, right? I mean, if the trap blocks him, kind of causes some issues. Poor guy trips over when he was trying to get through. Why is this piece of meat floating around? This guy. Meat skin parts 3. So I'm just gonna fine tune, and just the process of fine tuning will allow me to also find other ways to improve on the game. Perhaps let me just create some more loot, because right now we only have skull, right? I wanna like spray some bones as well when the player dies. I think that makes things a lot more exciting. So let's figure out what kind of bones can produce. So probably just one skull, right? And then a couple of one skull, one spine, and a couple of other bone parts. Should be great. Are there any bones in this other... some bones here as well that I can use? Let me just sort out the collider for this thing first. I don't think this guy has a collider, so I am going to just draw a collider for this piece of meat as well. So technically I have to draw colliders for everything, but I'm just only going to draw colliders for the assets I'm actually using. Otherwise there's no point. It's a lot of work to draw colliders for every one of these objects. And the collider can just be a best fit, you know, it doesn't have to be very precise. So let me see what else I'm missing. There's some slabs of meat here as well. Let me just do one for the bones. I think the bones, because I'll be using them very shortly. lines is perfect. Just the right number of parts. Let's work this one out as well. It's not gonna be as straightforward. A lot of vertices for this one, but this one needs a little bit more detail to work properly. Just gonna select any of these assets that I think have a good chance to be used, and I'll just draw some shape around them. So these ribs as well, I think are pretty useful. Let me just generate one mesh for them as well. So if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm just drawing shapes around these objects because I have a script that converts these shapes into colliders when they're generated. So these are going to be sprites that are randomly generated when you kill a character in the game. And yeah, I'm just drawing some very basic collision shapes for them. What else do I think can be used? The drumstick here is drawn. This is drawn. There's some very nice slabs of meat. Such an amazing time to be a game developer now, don't you think? Like, there are so many assets that are available. It's so easy to just get your hands on stuff. You wouldn't have to draw all of these things alone. It's not like the past where you have to do a lot of drawing and it's just, man, it's tough. Now everything's online. You can just download these assets and start going. I don't know what some of these things are. There's even a sushi roll kind of thing. But anything with bone, I think I'm gonna use it because I need a lot more variation with the loot. And I was thinking of adding a mechanic where, you know, you can also get characters to help you fight and defend the area, you know. Let's delete this. So there's a piece of bone here as well. This one is gonna come useful. Right, anything else? Just apply these shapes, and let's do the same for the bones as well. So I have two skulls at the moment, right? Two skulls that have shapes, and this one doesn't have shape, but this is actually a pretty nice skull. And this Neanderthal one as well. It's not too bad. And this spine here is great piece. This piece of spine. Some ribs here as well. So after that, I've got to carefully think about what kind of loot do I want characters to spawn, and maybe create a couple of different characters. That may give me some ideas as to kind of behaviors I want some of these characters to have. I can't just have one character, it's a little boring. Right now I've only designed one character. Nice piece of spine here. What other pieces might be useful? There are no single bones, it's all like piles of bones. So what I want would be when the character gets killed, I want to have some spine and some bones as well. So let's create the loot for those things. And then we'll be more specific about the kind of asset that we want to see. Let's see. Let's go to data and loot. So right now I just have flesh. And skull. So for the flesh, let's look at what kind of flesh I wanna. That's why I have meat. This is meat as well. What kind of meat is this? I think that's fine. Let's create a loot object for spine as well. I want to create a new very quick brush effect as well. And for the crushing effect, it's just going to be a very simple one. So I'm sure you've seen video games like Spelunky or just fighting games where they have very simple crushing effect, and that's what I'm going for here. Just gonna move this a little out of the way. And it's a circle, so particles will go like that, but it's a crush effect, so it's just gonna go something like this, and I'm gonna vary the speed so that you get like a range of distances. But I also want these to go far, yeah. So let me just use the default particle material as well. But really, we don't need this material to show itself. You just do say 1 to 20 for short lifetime. Still going pretty far. I want to squeeze everything tighter together. It's gonna be a variety of colors as well, so I just want I want to have both white and yellow. And I want to leave a trail. So if I have varying speeds, and I'll have maybe not so much variance in speed. I don't really want the particles to show, I just want the trails to show. And the trails don't have to have such long of a life. So 0.5, 0.7 I think would be nice. With a fading effect on the trail itself. Inherit particle color. Let's sort out the trail width first. This radio thing is not necessary, but the offset would be necessary. So it can be anywhere from this to minus 0.5, 0.5 minus 0.5. So by offsetting the direction a little bit, what I'm trying to go for is offset isn't working though. Nope, it's not velocity of a lifetime, it should be shape, right? Randomize direction. Oh, there is randomized position here. Gosh, that's exactly what I was looking for. Oh. Let's try this effect out for the board. Let's go to prefabs and let's prefab this one. Generic brush VFX, and I'm gonna go to the load we have right here for the skull, right? I mean, does it make sense for a skull to explode in blood? Makes more sense for there to be a generic crush. So let's see how the crush effect looks for the skull. Guy got away. Okay, so we have the skull right there. Let's see how that works. Doesn't look very nice, huh? Skull. I mean the effect. It's a little too big. Let's try this again. I think this will look better now. It's less glaring skull. It's not obvious, the effect now. It's not very obvious. It's happening a little too fast now. It actually looks nice now. So the blood. It actually looks quite decent. I like it. Hey, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna attend to something. for an effect for the bones, and now we will sort out the loot. Because we have a spine, and we're gonna assign just some spine sprites for ourselves. It's gonna be one spine, right? A couple of bones. So there's one spine here, another spine. I think that's all for the spine that we have. Because this is the human spine, right? That we are looking for. Crush VFX with generic one. It's just gonna be one spine. Size can vary. Fair bit, doesn't really matter. Hi Giang Hong, nice to see you. I am developing a game for the Brackeys game jam. And it's a game where you basically you just looking to crush all the players that are coming in, so you play as like a trap in a dungeon. And I'm done with the basic mechanics, and right now I'm just adding some extra stuff to it. So we have one when the character dies to also spawn a spine and a bunch of other things. Let me just quickly show you what's going on here. So you crush the guy and then like just meat and some bones come out. I haven't really done the bones yet, and I'm working on getting the bone sprites in. It's a gory little game. So let's get the spine. Let's set up the other assets first actually. So I have spine, and let's get bones as well. I'm just gonna call this spine and then human. Then we have skull, human as well, just in case in the future if we want to add some different kinds of different kinds of loot. So then I'm gonna create also a bone human, and this will be just a bunch of bones that can belong to a human. These are not really human bones, right? Let's just put some bony stuff here. Meat skin parts. So with bones, we just want to have 8 pieces, and we can range over a larger number of sizes, larger range of sizes. And I also want to have so the spine, the skull, the flesh, the bone. And then ribs as well. Okay, let's try this out. Gonna update the character to use wider variation of loot, and there should only be 1 or 2 ribs, right? 1 or 2 variants can be. So now it's more fully featured set of loot. Because there's bones as well. There's a lot of stuff. Why are these particle effects? should reduce the trip chance of all of these items, right? 5%. Ribs will be maybe higher at 10. There's too many of these things. Oh man. It's actually pretty funny, right? How the trip looks like. Looks like they're pouncing across the trip. Maybe just add a couple more characters in, and then maybe we have a scoring system, and then after that, I'll see. I do want to have add an extra feature where the the body parts will become, you know, you can revive the body parts and they will become skeletons that will fight for you. I think that would be pretty interesting. Can we use like this? I'm not sure, but I think you can, because there's no way for them to prove that it's an existing project, right? So you should be able to use it. But I would say just be cautious, like don't make it too obvious that it's that it's an existing project. I'm gonna add a couple of other characters as well into the game. Let's see, these are peasants. Let's head over to craft picks, weapons. Thanks. I'm having fun with this project. Like it's quite hilarious to see how the NPCs behave. And if I can get the game to make you laugh, I think that would be a success. But then to do that, I'll have to code very funny behaviors for those characters, which I don't think is difficult. It just takes testing. It takes a bit of testing and exploration, you know, like just trying different things. So I want the characters to drop, like, so if you crush the character, you should drop a sword. And then with the other characters, when you crush them, then you should drop other kinds of weapons as well. I'm just looking for sprites I can use, weapon sprites I can use. So sword, double-sided swords. Weapon icons too. So there are swords here. $100 pixel up weapon icon. This is probably what I'm looking for. So let's grab this. I'm gonna import this into the game. I just found some icons. Let me just... You have to buy it to download. Don't I have a membership? So I found this icon here and I really like, because there are very thin swords over here, so let me just grab that. So I got a subscription to the site Graphics, and this is the site that the Game Jam recommended that we use. Flappy Bird is a great idea as well. I was thinking about that because it's why does it take so long to play? What do you mean? I thought of Flappy Bird as well, but I was more interested to make a game where you crush people, you know. And a friend, so in Singapore we have this dish that basically is noodles and minced meat. Then my friend suggested that we can create a mechanic to collect the meat and then cook noodles with. It's a little wacky, I know, but it's an idea. I don't know how I can implement it into the game, but it's depending on where you stand, it will either be very gory or very funny, right? Like, to me, I find it pretty funny. So let me assemble this into a... Let me just pack them into sprites. Tell me more about your extreme Flappy Bird game. So I thought of doing that as well, and I think that would be a very viable idea because it's simple to do. So let me just call this weapons 1 and drop it into the game. So this would be, I'll just put under loot, yeah. Weapons 1. So sprite sheets are the best when you are importing assets because sprite sheets are efficient. So now I gotta start drawing colliders for these things as well. That takes a little bit of time. Let me see which sword I want to use. I'm gonna use probably the simple one here. Subscription is for a year. So I got a 1 year subscription for $48. And 1 month is yes, assets. 1 month is $12. Or you can just buy the assets off the shelf. But it's great. It's a great offer. If it's for a year, I don't know if I would join so many game jams throughout the year, but it's very neat. I guess because I subscribed for membership, I have to join more game jams. Yeah, otherwise I'll be wasting my money subscribing for a year. But hey, we're just supporting creators as well, right? So I guess that's money put to good use. So let me figure out how the collider for this should be done. The most annoying thing about this project is drawing all these colliders. Because the automated Unity system doesn't draw the colliders very well. So I gotta redraw everything. Oh, you can't see my drawing, right? Because I'm sharing the wrong screen. Yep, it's very nice, huh? The asset pack. So I'm just drawing colliders for the assets I'm gonna use. The rest I'm just gonna ignore them. In the future, you know, maybe they can be put to good use. Let me just test the asset out to see how big it is. If it's too small, then I'm gonna increase the size of the asset. And I also don't want this to be so blur, so I'm gonna set the filter mode to none, so you just see the pixel. But maybe that's not the best for this asset. It looks not as nice when it's pixelated. Maybe bilinear is best. So we have an asset here. Let me just create one more. Look. So now when you kill the human, you always get a sword. Good. Rapier basic. Let's add this to the loot selection for the player. So he drops a sword and he drops flesh and skull and all that stuff. Once we're done with this, I'm gonna go on and create a different character. Where's the sword? The sword is not there. Oh man, what's going on with this guy? I think he's supposed to be dead, right? Why is he still around? Index out of bounds. There was an error that occurred that I didn't catch. Index out of bounds exception. Is that because there are no variants? Spawn. Just add an error message here if slang. Oh. So I've got to add a sprite here for the sword as well. This will be this weapon. Where's the sword? The sword is not appearing. Sword is pretty huge, huh? Oh, so if the character kicks steps on a piece of flesh or bone, there's a chance that he will fall down. That's for humorous effect. So the objective is to add as many funny interactions as possible. I'm thinking of other funny things I can add, but I'm restricted by the animations that the character has, because they only have an animation for falling forward and there isn't any animation for falling backwards. That's the challenge I have. Let me add the other character in and then we'll figure out with multiple characters. I should get more ideas. I wonder if I can create a fall backward animation. Though I doubt work. Maybe I can use a grok to do that. Because if I want to make him die, this is going to be like this, but it looks terrible like that. There is this date animation as well. See, the problem is I only have the falling forward animation, not the falling backward. I'm not sure if Grok is able to do it. Create a front facing. If Grok is able to do this, I'm gonna subscribe immediately. Oh yeah, it's not really working though. Yeah, as I expected. Isn't working. It's a nice try though. The new AI. Yeah, Grok 3 is a new AI. It's supposed to be a lot smarter and supposed to be able to create more things, but I haven't seen anything especially impressive out of it. I'm sure it's better. I just don't know how it is better at the moment. It's just Indiana Jones looking character. Maybe I can use him. But he doesn't even have a run animation. get a couple of characters going. Oh, now alright, let's try this guy out. See how big he is. Should be noticeably bigger. And then we will set up the basically everything for him. Starting with a box slider. sprite's a little weird for the orc, but can make do with this. Let's add a box collider. And we will figure out the boundaries for this guy. So we need a rigid body as well for the character. Yeah, we'll use the same settings as the pawn. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to sort out the animations for this guy. Let me add animation, animator control. Well, I can just use the animator override controller here. Same set of animations. So this will be all green. And he will use the same. Let's get this. So here are the clips I'll need to create. Idle will be first. Let's just assign this to the animator, right? What the animate yeah. Meaning if I make apply the mix. So I should check animate physics for both of these. Okay, so next thing is to create the animations for the orb. So we've got the idle animation. Animation click, optional green idle. Let's see how this looks. So this looks great. So now let's do the walk. Let's do the walk and run together. Green, run. No run animation for the walk. See how this looks. Okay, let's look at the walk. The walk animation is missing one frame. this one. Do one for jump as well, and one for backdash. No green jump. One more for dash as well. Oh, it means dash, not dash. Let's work the jump out first. Jump. What the perfect backdash frames actually. I think we've got our animations up. Let's give this a try. We'll attach a pawn to the guy here. And I think we can start. What's the death time for this guy? 24 frames. It's 5 frames of 24. That would be 5 over 24. Let's just have some basic setup for this guy, and then we'll create some AI for him as well. So AI controller, standard behavior. Let's just run and run jump, and then walk and run. Reaction behaviors, dodge behavior, so just straight up the backdash and sprint. So let's see where this gets us. We'll have the orc here. Zero mark, and then I can prefab it first. Alright, let's see what he has. Guy runs fast, huh? I wanna see him. Why is he always just running forward? I wanna see him do some dodging and whatnot, which he's just totally not doing. Let's go for run, backdash, run. See if he does that properly. The guy is running too fast. He's not able to backdash properly. He's always running forward. I guess now he can only run and walk, right? Because the rest of the actions are all... He runs too fast for the actions to apply properly to him. Let me just let the whole thing play out and see whether he's able to do everything. It is, right? The Goblin run is just... It's a hilarious thing. I'm gonna fine tune the guy later. I'll add a couple more characters and we'll fine tune all that stuff. I'm gonna go and cook dinner. I'll come back in the evening, probably 8 or 9 p.m. and I'll continue developing this. Hopefully I can add a couple more characters and add some UI and all that. So we'll see how the timing plays out in the evening. Alright, I'll see you in a few hours. I'll come back and stream afterwards. Thanks for joining the stream. See you tonight.